Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Flickering Myth Fridays. My name's EJ Moreno, and this is the show where I break down this week in pop culture. And this is a wild week, so join me as I talk about the biggest topics from music, movies, video games, and TV. Have you ever been working on something and it got snapped out of existence? Well, yeah, that was my script for this show because I'm working on it, I'm getting ready, and then the brand new trailer for Avengers 4 came out. Actually, I don't need to call it Avengers 4, it is Avengers Endgame, and it is here. I am really shocked that Marvel even released a trailer for this movie. Why? Because it doesn't need it. Avengers Infinity War left on such a crazy note that I'm surprised the Russo brothers and Kevin Feige were like, you guys are gonna come to the movie anyway. We don't need a trailer. Just come on down. Here's the release date. But no, there is a trailer. There is a new name, Avengers Endgame. I am so shocked by this. This has been an interesting week for Marvel because earlier in this week, we had the first real full-on look at Captain Marvel. Yes, a trailer came out a couple months ago, but none of us really reacted to it that amazingly. Now, with this new trailer, I'm actually impressed with the reaction that Captain Marvel was getting. Though it is still pretty split, I will say this one's about 75-25, with 75% of the people loving the Captain Marvel trailer. It's a well-cut trailer. I think it sells the movie enough. Now, the other 25% of people are kind of the me people who are like, okay, this trailer's okay. It's nothing of a shock. There's nothing in it. Brie Larson looks great. The Skrulls are introduced into the MCU. There's a lot to digest from the Captain Marvel trailer, but is it grabbing us? Is it selling us on this film? I truly don't know. But what do you guys think? What's your feelings on Captain Marvel? Because I think all of our feelings are now based on Avengers Endgame. I cannot believe how great this trailer was. They didn't show us a lot. Hell, there is no Thanos in this trailer. That's how much they're going to keep this like low-key and under wraps until the massive release date. But I'm actually fairly impressed with what this looks like. We got a little bit of Tony Stark. We did get some hints of Thanos. But for the biggest selling point for me is seeing what this team is going to do after the snap. I think it's actually called the Decimation now. I think in the canon comic books or the extended universe of this extended universe, I think it's called the Decimation. I'm just crazy. I think all of us are kind of flustered like I am now, trying to process this Infinity War trailer, trying to figure out what's coming next. What do you guys think? What do you think of the Avengers Endgame trailer? Are you sold? I'm pretty sure if you're a fan of Infinity War, you were sold without a second trailer. But what do you think of this? What are you feeling about Endgame? I want to know your thoughts. It wasn't just Marvel this week. A couple other people made headlines. Yes, the awards season is starting and we have some things to talk about. First things first, as quickly as he was hired, he is gone. Yes, Kevin Hart will no longer be hosting the Oscars. I am not shocked by that. I will save my own personal feelings for comments if you guys want to talk about it. But honestly, I'm not shocked by this. The tweets that came out or the comments that Kevin Hart has made isn't too shocking. And then when the Academy asks you to apologize and you don't, I'm not shocked by any of this. But my question for you, and to keep the dialogue going in a positive direction, who do you want to host the Oscars? Who do you think is pop culture relevant enough, a great enough host, a little bit of a showman to host the Oscars? Now, saying all of that, my first person that comes to mind is Hugh Jackman, but then other choices I have is Whoopi Goldberg. I keep going back to Hugh Jackman. That would be fun. Did he do it already? I don't know, but who do you think? Who would you want to see hosting the Oscars? If you don't usually watch the Oscars, what host would get you to tune in? Because this is going to be a wild year because some of the films nominated are going to be nuts. Yes, that leads me into my final segment of this week's show. The Golden Globe nominations came out and there were some snubs and there were some surprises. My biggest surprise, Black Panther got nominated for Best Drama Motion Picture. Wow. I'm impressed. I have my feelings about Black Panther, but for a superhero film, a Marvel MCU movie to make it to the Golden Globes before The Dark Knight, before Logan, before Watchmen, before X2, Spider-Man 2, Wonder Woman, Black Panther made it. Now, for us nerds, for us comic book fans, that's a pretty big deal. But for everyone else, people are actually surprised, a little bit shocked, kind of confused. I have my own personal feelings on it, but I'm overall just kind of amazed by some of the things that are happening in this award season. Because no Hereditary love at the Golden Globes, no A Quiet Place love, no Suspiria love, no Widows love, barely any First Love for First Man. What? Like, there is some craziness going on with the Golden Globes, but then on the TV side, you have The Killing Eve, Pose getting a nomination, the assassination of Gianni Versace, slaying everything. There are some amazing TV nominations, while the film nominations are a little wonky, if you will. Crazy Rich Asians for Best Comedy Musical, Green Book in Best Musical Comedy. I'm quite confused by some of those nominations, but what do you guys think? What do you feel about the Golden Globe nominations? Who do you want to see win Best Picture, Best Comedy? I'm super excited for some of the craziness because I'm going to be shocked when Mary Poppins and Star is Born slays this whole Golden Globes game. So that was this week in pop culture. What do you think of Flickering Myth Fridays? What did you think of this wild week of pop culture? We had Avengers trailers, Captain Marvel trailers, award buzz, more Marvel news with Black Panther getting a Best Picture nomination. What do you think of this week in pop culture? Let me know down in the comments below. If you did enjoy this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to Flickering Myth because we make videos like this every single week. It's going to be a wild ride and there's going to be more to talk about next week.